songs. Spurs, girls, and novelty songs. Spurs, girls, and novelty songs. Spurs, girls, and novelty songs.
Oh, yeah, Kelly's got a new dog, everybody.
Are we recording?
Hey, let's put it. Yeah, we are.
All right.
Let's put the dog on the mic
Bark, bark. She's actually pretty quiet, which is nice.
for now.
Yeah.
I need fooling. Yeah, baby, I'm Zeppelin.
It's Robert. Oh, I was like, okay.
All right. Yeah, the dog's name's Zeppelin. I'm just doxing
What
myself
was
left and
the
right in these last
inspiration
couple episodes.
for the dog named Zeppelin?
We like Led Zeppelin.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because your dog is very rotund.
Got a whole lot of love.
Because it's the dog's filled with
Helium.
hydrogen.
Yeah. Oh, the humanity. Every time it shits, you say that.
Yeah, every time. That's our Q command. You're supposed to have a Q command, and I get creative. You know, I always say this, but if I was born in a different era, I'd probably be on like Trading Spaces on TLC or something.
My girlfriend has been.
Hey,
yeah,
that's okay.
Oh, I thought I slipped under the radar. She's been dog sitting, so it's probably a matter of time for us before we
Get a new one?
get a hound. Get a new one.
Get a new dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess that is odd phrasing. A dog. Yeah. Welcome to Spoofs, Goofs, and Novelty Songs.
This is going to be one of our worst last episodes. It's the podcast about dumb shit, and I'm terribly sorry, but...
We're wrapping up, and we're not taking it too seriously. This week, we're reviewing Army of Darkness, a 1992 American comedy horror film directed, co-written, and co-edited by Sam Raimi. This is the third installment in the Evil Dead franchise and a direct sequel to Evil Dead 2, following Ash Williams, played by Bruce Campbell, as he is trapped in the Middle Ages and battles the undead in his quest to return to the present. The film was a minor success at the box office, well received by critics, but is most well known for being a cult classic for its slapstick horror tone. I had a lot written about Sam Raimi here. We're going to skip ahead.
He's a cool guy.
Sam Raimi is an icon of the horror genre, mostly for his ability to weave comedy into the story that's both genuinely funny and doesn't cheapen the horror surrounding it. This was his sixth feature, after having done a couple Evil Deads and a few movies in between, most notably being Darkman right before this one. But today we're here to discuss Army of Darkness, the third Evil Dead movie that Raimi had been toying with for a while, eventually landing on an idea that pulled from a variety of literature, including A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court, Gulliver's Travels, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, Jason and the Argonauts, The Three Stooges, and Conan the Barbarian.
My guys.
Yes, Scott's guys, as we all know. Basically, he wanted to do a man-at-a-time movie, but with some slapstick mixed in. This is a Scott pick.
That's right.
But I'd say this is an everyone pick, as we're all big fans of Mr. Sam Raimi. Gentlemen, what did you think of Army of Darkness?
This movie was cool.
Yeah. You guys, I fucking love this movie. This is definitely in my top 5, maybe top 3. I don't know. This could be. I've seen this movie a lot. This is just like a really just a feel good watch for me. You guys, I'm getting a tattoo based on this movie.
Oh,
yeah, it's scheduled. It's
What's
booked.
its name?
It's Zeppelin.
Maybe I'm cool.
Hey, can I do a brief Led Zeppelin aside?
Yeah.
One time, shout out to Corbin, friend of the pod. He's in me and Kelly's band. We used to be roommates, and one time I was trying to fall asleep, and from the house, from across the house, so I forget, I don't remember, I think it's called Black Dog is the name of this
sure,
song.
yeah.
Where it's like,
Oh, yeah.
oh
yeah.
No, it's so
Black
he
Dog.
was doing, hey, mama, get us in that thing, gonna make you sweat, gonna make you pee. Right, so but I didn't hear that. So he was doing that loud as fuck from across the house, and then I'm trying to fall asleep, and in my head I have to go time it out perfectly. Hey, mom! And then he would and then he'd go into it again, and after
It
like
is
fucking,
a weird timing too. It's a very weird timing. For
after
like
a couple
song.
verses, I had to get up and be like, dude,
Shut
stop.
up.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, boy. What's the tattoo going to be?
I'm gonna get a chainsaw right here, and then it's gonna either on or just under the chainsaw. It's gonna say groovy.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
a good one. I had a hot take when Scott said he wanted to do this movie, which was, I don't really like this movie. And I watched this movie, guys, and I got to tell you something. I fucking loved this movie.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah, I was way
This
wrong.
movie's very good.
I loved every second of this movie. This movie's so fucking... This is maybe one of the hardest movies, like, laugh-wise. I probably laughed out loud more than anything else we've watched so
it's
far.
great when he's returning after they're like, did you get the book, and all the townspeople are like clamoring on him, and he's just like, get the fuck out of my face.
his character in general is such a funny idea for a character. He's so earnestly folksy, but he's like just a dick the whole movie. He's just a rude guy.
He's a bad person.
He's an everyman.
And if I went through what he went through with that cabin, I'd probably be also very jaded.
That's kind of the whole thing. Is he's just like he's fed up.
He's like, by the way, he's having
I've
a
dealt
hard.
with so much shit. You have no idea.
He's having a bad day because this is all like takes place. This and Evil Dead 2 all take place in the same like day, basically.
In the same like 72-hour
sleep
span. Yeah.
He changes a lot over the course of these 3 movies that came out, 7 years apart or something?
Like super, like because the first one is like late 70s, I think, or like really early 80s.
Yeah.
And then the second one is like mid 80s, and then this one comes out.
92.
He looks like completely different, but it's because he looked like a baby in the first movie.
Yeah.
The camera work in this movie, can I just say, it's
amazing.
like probably one of the, like for spoof movies, and I know it's not a really spoof movie. I'm just saying for the movies we've watched, I think this movie has the best camera work of any movie we've watched. Because it's fucking
the
insane.
witch fight scene.
All of the fight scenes, all of the playing with perspectives, like
Yes.
holy shit, this movie like takes you in. Like it's insane. And yet, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, Raimi trilogy of Spider-Man, and you can just see like
Would you
his
say that
style.
it's so good?
It's so good, dude. It's like the pie. It's so good.
Yeah, there's a lot of the classic Raimi tropes are in this. You got cutaways to random characters who are only going to have one line in the movie where they make some declarative statement of like, that's Spider-Man. Like all that shit he does in the Spider-Man movies is all here. The mix of like live action practical effects along with like doing the Jason and the Argonauts like stop motion skeletons throughout the whole thing. The skeletons in general is like the highlight of the movie for me. I fucking died. Every skeleton joke was so funny, and when they'd cut back to the skeletons and it's just clearly like skeleton statues just getting obliterated by stuff.
Smashed.
So funny. It just killed me every time.
It's so weird how they're not moving right before they get
But they're doing voice acting of just going like no. It's so good. Every choice in this movie has so many big takes and big choices, and all of the like references it's making are all, they don't really do a parody of anything they're doing. They just take it and make it like their own absurd twist on it that doesn't really feel like a parody ever, but it feels loving to it at the same time, mixing it all together and just making this stew of like a perfect idea for a movie. Like it's just great.
Yeah. It's a very fun movie. I didn't expect it to be this fun. I wasn't in a good place mentally this week, and I didn't think I'd be able to like honestly watch this. I thought I'd have to watch an abridged version just to like know what's going on. And I turned it on. I rented it on an undisclosed platform.
Yeah, it rhymes with schlamels on slime.
And yeah, it's like way more upbeat than you would expect. It's just goofy. It's just,
This is not a horror movie at all.
No, it's like Sam Raimi's like style is just basically making films goofy a little bit, but like making them so entertaining.
Yeah,
like, so fun.
I mean,
to watch.
like Drag Me to Hell is pretty intense. If you watch Drag Me to Hell, you'd probably not be feeling so great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's like some of his more recent stuff. Yeah, he delves more into the horror side of things.
His Oz movie, so spooky.
So spooky. Yeah. James Franco, the Predator.
Drag Me to Hell is probably my favorite of his, but I still think it is like just a wacky movie the whole time. There's a bunch of just like the old lady.
Oh, it's still campy as shit, but
campy
it's
as shit,
also like yucky and scary.
Right.
Where this is just an adventure movie, I would say, more than anything.
But the adventure is he goes to one place, he fucks up one thing, and then the fallout is that this movie is such a it's just like a one-act play. It's basically he goes to a cemetery, he has some adventures along the way, he comes back, he's fucked things up, and he has to make things right, and the movie keeps it really simple. This movie's like 70 minutes long. Like it's just man,
perfect length for a movie.
It's
Wouldn't you agree, Marty?
Yes, I love
Honestly,
it. God, I love
it's
it.
great.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, I totally lost what I was gonna say. It's an economical movie. They make a lot out of a little, and I had such a good point and I fucking lost it.
We'll come back.
I'll say one of my least favorite parts of the film is just like the ending with the girl. The ending would have been fine, and then it gets a little creepy with them adding the girl. And I get that was like the times.
Yeah.
You know, that's just
and
symptom of the
also
times,
just
which
like
sucks, but
They sort of genuinely do the thing of like this was like a trope in old movies of like the lead like being an asshole to the female lead, and then she's like, "Oh, you pig," and then she like slaps him, and then he's like, "Hey," and he grabs her by the shoulders, and then she's like resisting him, and then that turns into them kissing.
Yeah.
Very gross.
Yeah.
Very not cool.
Yeah.
Could have done without that.
Yeah, that whole part of the movie does not. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the love interest aspect of like him knowing this woman for like one day and then just being like, I don't, whatever, blah blah blah. But then he like falls for her, like I don't know, because the whole thing was like he wasn't gonna save the Necronomicon, and then like the woman tells him to do it, and then they turn her evil. I like the turning her evil part, but it was just hard to like grasp it. But it didn't matter that much. The movie still was just very fun to watch. Like who cares? It's so light.
I remembered what I was gonna say.
I would love to hear it.
We talk about set piece movies a lot, and all the Evil Dead movies are like this. Where like it's just going from they're just setting up different special effects. That's basically what the plot of the movie is. But the whole windmill sequence where he's fighting the little versions of himself, just A+.
This is literally what I was gonna say next, because the entire little like the Gulliver's Travels thing that they're doing is like fucking. It's the best version of that joke in any movie ever. Like the little Bruce Campbell's hitting him and making little like wacky faces and going hee 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 hee. All of it's perfect. Like it's all funny. All of it's good.
Like I feel like Sam Raimi made Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, and then I don't know much about Evil Dead 2. I watched Evil Dead, and then he made this, and he was just like, I kind of want to make it like a lot more cartoony, like a lot more cartoony. And there's like the moment where he gets sucked into the first Necronomicon, and he's got the prosthetic face.
His
of
face
like
is
being
all stretched out.
and like as a kid that would terrify me, but as an adult, I'm just like, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's just a good bit.
Him like shaking it off and slowly going more back to normal.
Yeah. Like there's
because when he shakes it
nothing
off,
to the
it goes
movie.
yabbity 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 yabbity.
Yeah. Evil Dead 2 is it is right between the two movies.
Does it like walk a little bit more towards the cartoony aspect?
It's definitely because it's just a remake. It's literally just Evil Dead 1, but there's only one person with him at the camp, and it's all wacky.
That's
hijinks
funny.
the whole
Yeah, I never watched it, but it's what? I don't feel like I missed anything by skipping it. I bet it's good, and I bet I will watch it at some point. But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't. I don't miss anything when I watch Army of Darkness with skipping Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, because they explain the movie in the first minute of the movie.
Yeah, just you get a recap.
They do a much better job than I do at recaps.
They skip right to the end.
The reason Evil Dead 2 slaps. If you like the practical effects from this movie, then Evil Dead 2 is definitely worth watching. Because like aside from like the tone and like the sense of humor and like the great pacing and all that stuff, like just the practical effects were like everything's like stop motion. It's very who's that? There's the guy who did the Clash of the Titans who's like a huge name in like special effects.
So it's the same as the Jason the Argonauts guy.
Yeah. Insert it here now, Marty.
Google it. Just Google it, viewer, listener.
Just play your Kermit
drive me
impression. Just play your Kermit impression.
Yeah. That's you talking to yourself.
Just play the Kermit impression.
Just play your Kermit
I promise.
impression.
The audience will love it. The audience will love it.
But yeah, Evil Dead 2 also has the same level of just these great, really fun practical effects. Love that shit.
That's where the chainsaw comes from. If you were confused.
Oh, see that character.
Yeah, I guess. Why does he have a chainsaw for a hand?
Because it's just a fun. It's just funny. It's just a goofy thing.
And then
I'm
has
not
a
asking
hand for a
you.
hand?
I'm saying that's what Kelly was wondering, having not seen the second
You
one.
didn't do enough of a Kelly voice for me to understand that.
I sound like that. Oh
no. Yeah, I also do love that this movie is just constantly, every line of dialogue is just to set up a Bruce Campbell, like, cool guy line, basically. And
Yeah.
the whole running of the movie is just, like, him
It's
having
that
some punchline.
intercut with cameras on spears and arrows and, like, just big dollies, I guess, that are, sped up.
But
Yeah.
it's right. All the jokes are just like one-liners, but it's like, to deliver every one-liner, the camera like zooms in across a huge like fucking soundstage set
awesome.
just for him to be like, oh yeah,
It's so
Hail
good.
to the king, baby.
Yeah.
Like,
so fucking
it owns
stupid.
like yeah.
It
But it
is
makes
so
those dumb
dumb.
lines
Yes.
so fucking great that there's
Yeah.
like so much like it's so much drama put into like these stupid little one-liners.
Yes. That are like not good one-liners, but they were. It's like a weird thing. It's like, why did Bruce Campbell never really have a hugely successful career outside of this movie or working with Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
And it's just it's just because they just fit perfectly together. They're both really good at doing really funny action camp movies. For some reason, that's the thing that they're both like perfect at.
Also, if you want more of this movie and don't want to watch Evil Dead 2, there's a whole 2 seasons of a fucking
That's true.
TV series, Ash vs. Evil Dead, which also has problems, but if you like this, you'll like that.
Yeah.
It's very enjoyable.
And who doesn't love the Spider-Mans? They're all there.
Spider-Mans.
The Spider-Mans are all like this movie. They're all three like
Doctor
this.
Strange 2's coming out, and he's directing that.
Yeah, I hope they let him make it wacky.
Sounds like Marvel's letting the leash. They're giving people a little more slack.
Have you watched any of the TV series they've done?
No, and that's where, I don't think they're very good. But
Loki-
everyone's
Low-key,
like,
they suck.
Loki was very bad.
yeah, WandaVision. Everyone's fucking geeking out, and then I heard like that Winter,
Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is just like a bootlicking, like
Yeah, it's very pro-army, yeah.
yeah, cool.
I do not care for the Marvel things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it, but I like Sam Raimi, so Doctor Strange 2 kind of up my alley. I also like Taika Waititi.
Yeah, because at least there's like a more of a take on those things. I was going to say,
They have more style.
this movie does what I think the Marvel movies constantly try to do, which is do a genre movie. Take your characters and your world and the things you're trying to do and do a genre movie and a very classic type of story with it. But the Marvel movies just do it as a way to like dress up these like regurgitated ideas that are very tired at this point. Like the reason why they did like a WandaVision is because they had to like come up with a way to be able to do their world building stuff. So it still feels like very trite and forced because the focus is more just on like cramming in the merchandising stuff and referencing the world building and just making sure that it leads to the next part of the story. This movie uses that stuff just to have as much fucking fun as possible the entire time.
Yeah.
And it's what works. It's why this movie works as a like take on a genre movie. It's like just God.
There's just so much in this movie that's sprinkled in. Like even in the beginning, the crowd like cheering around the pit. It just seemed like a fun set to be on. Like, it's hard for me to take myself out of those shoes of just like everyone looks like they're having a good time, even though this isn't like, and it's working, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, which is weird because the crowds in these Marvel movies are like 0010101. They're not real, folks.
Yeah, they're CGI. I'm not even comparing it to that. I'm just saying like in general, Sam Raimi just makes fun movies. Like
and extras and crowd, they get little character moments for everybody. That's the thing that's what with Spider-Man movies that I've referenced it like 4 times already, but it's the thing that makes those fucking movies feel like real things.
The
that are
blacksmith
happening.
is like an essential character in this movie, and he speaks one line.
The blacksmith who's like on his side from the get-go. He is just like his character is that he's like making nice faces at Bruce Campbell the whole time.
Because he sees that he can kick ass, which means, of course, he's virtuous.
Yeah. This is such a D&D movie. Like this movie is a D&D movie.
Oh, interesting. Maybe that's why I love it.
But yeah, no, it's just like go do this quest, and there's like some characters who are like neutral to you, and then some characters who are good.
We're lawful good.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, boys, we're doing an expedited ep. I say irate. I'm irate that we haven't rated this movie. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Done.
10 out of 10 is a movie, 9 out of 10 is a spoof, because, I don't know, was it spoofing like medieval, I guess? I kind of didn't really think about it too hard. But I enjoyed this movie way more than I thought it did. Probably the most pleasant, I'll say it, the most pleasant surprise of the podcast for me.
Wow. Hell yeah.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 is a movie. I can't argue with anything we've said. 5 out of 10 is a spoof because, again, I don't really think it's parodying the things it's doing. It's kind of just using them as, like, dressing to have
I thought my 9 was going to really throw off a streak of 10s.
No. It's just trying to have its own kind of fun, so, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
Who's that?
Hey, you.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Pumpkin Boy over there. Hey, Marty.
Who's Pumpkin Boy?
He's wearing a pumpkin shirt, folks. Do you got a song for us, or are you looking on your phone because you're happy to see me?
I do. Gentlemen, this week's novelty song is more of a novelty genre, you might say.
2 not songs in a row. We did it.
We'll wrap up the podcast doing songs again.
Will we?
This week we're talking about chiptune, also known as
nice.
chip music. The term is commonly used to refer to track air format music, which intentionally sounds similar to old PSG-created music. That is the original meaning of the term, as well as music that combines PSG sounds with modern musical styles. It has been described as an interpretation of many genres, since any existing song can be arranged into chiptune style defined more by a choice of instrument and timbre than specific style elements. Now let's take a listen to a classic chiptune track, I Won't Stop. And if I can just...
Gleedly goot, gleedle dot
Copy.
goot,
He Rick rolls us. That's what I was going for.
but it's chip roll. We guessed it.
I thought it was pretty obvious I was doing that.
What did you say this was?
I Won't Stop.
Oh, like you won't stop
Won't stop
rolling?
Rick rolling you.
I Won't Stop by
We
Super
done-
Mario Wii.
We
is what I
almost
wrote.
got.
I only chose chiptune because I found that chiptune Rick roll. If you want more information on chiptune,
Where'd you find it?
the YouTubes.
On fuck, what was on Stumble Upon?
Yeah, I went to stumble upon it said
Dig.com.
404 page not found. If you want more info on chiptune, the Wikipedia is pretty comprehensive. The first thing I was reading was literally the first paragraph of that Wikipedia, of word for word. I did not even retype it. I just copied and pasted it. Chiptune first
Wait,
appeared.
you normally retype it?
I usually like do some finessing, and I actually
Otherwise
do,
it's,
I do look up other articles and like find info.
It's illegal otherwise, right?
Yeah.
You just read it. As something about your tone always suggests it's Wikipedia, no matter what it is.
It's because I'm reading. Please give us $3. We're wrapping up the podcast, and to honor the history of our show, I wanted to bring back one of our favorite segments. That's right. This week we're going to play a round of Impress Santa video.
Oh no! Here we go.
Video game edition. So we're each going to take a turns playing Santa, and the game is you have to pitch to Santa what you want for Christmas, and Santa will give only one of the good little boys here a gift. We're each going to take a round playing Santa, but this time it has to be focused on video games. No sending Marty to hell this time.
Okay.
So who wants to be Santa first?
Ho, 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 ho. Scott? I'm just kidding. No. Well, if it isn't my two favorite Spoop Scoops and Novelty songs
Santa, you're
hosts,
screaming.
Well, I have to. I have a large diaphragm
Clearly.
and a large beard.
Well, Santa, I know what I want for Christmas.
What would you like? My little jack-o'-lantern.
I want the Nightmare Before Christmas RPG video game for the N64, Santa.
Are you... So, step out of the box batter's box for a second.
I will.
Is this to impress me, or is this... you do what you want.
I'm trying to impress Santa.
You're
I'm
trying to impress me.
Santa. Yes.
Weird choice.
Yeah, it almost kind of seemed like you were combining. Sorry, I'm just in line after you. It almost kind of seemed like you were combining your shirt with his shirt.
No.
And it was just like the first thing you thought of.
Because Kelly, of course, is wearing a skeleton shirt.
Who's Kelly?
So-
I'm talking about
Oh,
Santa.
sorry, Santa's wearing a skeleton shirt.
It's summer. It's my cruise wear. So, you're saying...
Yes.
What, Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah. That's the name of the movie, right?
No, you're wearing a pumpkin shirt and Santa's wearing a
RPG.
Santa shirt.
RPG. JRPG, turn-based
I
action.
think I believe it was turn-based combat.
Turn-based
yeah.
combat.
I know you're a big fan of that, Santa Claus.
I'm not.
Oh no!
I
may
have shit
guessed
to do.
Yeah, he doesn't go to Hot Topic.
Sounds great. I'll see what the elves can draw up. Next, please.
Yeah, move out of the way. Hey, Santa, I was hoping to get the Santa simulator because I know your job is really difficult and you have a lot of tasks you have to juggle and different things you have to manage, and it can be really stressful. So I thought I'd play the Santa simulator so that maybe I could, one day come work for you and take some of the load off your shoulders.
Now, that's the type of work ethic we need at the North Pole. There's an employee shortage up there.
Yeah, did you hear that pumpkin shirt? He liked mine better.
I like Scott's better.
I lose. I have to go to hell now.
I
No,
didn't say
come
that.
into this line. I'm the other Santa.
Oh my god.
Santa.
Okay, I gotta think of a better one. Hold on a second. All right, that's the Nightmare Before Christmas thing did not go well. Okay.
I see that little boy blathering to himself under his breath, and I say, "Stay away to thee. I want the tall little boy to sit upon my lap."
Fantastic. Santa, this year I want a very experimental, independently produced video game where you play as a baker and you bake bread, and the bigger the loaf of that you make, the higher you can jump, and it's a platformer, a 3D platformer, and the goal is to get to the MasterChef show.
Halo?
No, the Master. Wait, no,
Master Chef.
Master Chef.
Oh,
Like Gordon Ramsay's.
fair enough. Well,
Yeah, pretty weird.
I haven't quite made. I for some reason want to hear before I decide if I'm going to give that to you. I want to hear what this little freak has to say.
Oh my god, a little freak. Well, speaking of little freak, I would like for Christmas Spider-Man, the Broadway musical, the video game.
Turn off the dark, you say?
Yes. Where Green Goblin, because I love that level where the Green Goblin introduces his 6 freaks.
Oh, that's funny because I called you a freak earlier. It's almost like you just thought of this.
I had a different idea in my head, but I like this idea much better for a game I would like to play very much.
Well,
I hope it has the original ending where Spider-Man is being seduced by a spider goddess of some kind, a character original to the
Yeah.
musical.
so it's kind of like Guitar Hero, where I imagine instead of like slinging webs and kicking and punching, the buttons allow you to do different choreography and hit different notes.
And get injured horribly.
Yeah, have you died like 3 times, you can't play the game anymore. It's not
they
a game
cancel
over,
the
you just
game.
can't-
Yeah.
The game
Disintegrates.
disintegrates.
Yeah, it's a challenging
And the
game.
game also costs several $1 million to make.
Hundreds of
and
millions,
buy.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick his.
Well, that sounds like a disaster, and I can't wait to see it.
Hey, I impressed Santa Claus.
I have to go to hell now.
That's right. When you impress Santa, you become him.
Come here, little boy and boy. Tell me what you would like for Christmas from Santa.
I need a minute.
Yeah, well, I certainly don't need a minute. I know exactly what I want.
Come here, little freak. Tell me what you like.
I want. Well, I'll tell you in just. Let me just clear my throat
Yeah.
as I remember exactly what I want to tell you, which I know.
Santa can fill time. I remember.
Nope, that's it. I remember now. I want the Super Property Brothers video game.
Oh man,
Oh no! You said, "Oh, hey."
That was mine.
Next in line, you said, "Oh man!"
Well,
Like,
you better think of something else. Can't have the same request from Santa.
well, I, you know what? Just based on the title, I think you get it. We'll let this next kid go.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I don't. I've never heard of this game, but sure.
well, yeah, Super Property Brothers. So that's like a platformer, like Super Mario Brothers, or is it more like Super Smash Brothers? Which word are you replacing? I have to know. Either way,
What do you mean replacing? This is an original
okay,
game.
never mind. Let me stop you there. Here's what I want. You know those awesome claymation Christmas movies?
oh, like
got the-
Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas can be DLC for
I
sure.
was in that.
Yeah, you were in the first scene, and
I remember seeing the credits and it said "and Santa" as himself.
And you got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Leprechaun's Christmas Gold, all those ones. The Banshee from Leprechaun's Christmas Gold. I love all the characters in Leprechaun's Christmas Gold. All of those characters, the biggest crossover in all of video game history, Super Christmas Smash Brothers.
Oh, am I in the game as
Of
well?
course you're playable.
Oh, well, I must say, that sounds like quite the interesting request for Santa, and I am impressed. Little boy, you
I
win.
win.
Yay,
So that
okay.
means I win. Hooray.
Very good.
Little boy Kelly is being sucked into a vortex. Kelly has been banished out. There, Kelly.
Peace. Hey, Marty, do you want to take a quiz?
Scott, do you have a novelty product for us?
I feel like you're somehow still going to lose this thing.
How many times have I won quizzes on? As the only person who takes the quizzes like super seriously, I've like rarely won.
Maybe that's the problem. Well, I, for my novelty product, have brought this Book of Useless Information, which you can find on many a bathroom. I think books in the bathroom, as an aside, books in the bathroom, disgusting. I don't want to touch that.
Get the fuck out of the bathroom.
Stop putting books in the... No, I'm saying that presumably the assumption is somebody has read that while they're shitting, and now you want me to touch the pages?
Here's the thing, though, but you're not reading a book with your butt cheeks. So, like, your hands are usually probably pretty clean while you're reading the book.
Yes, but you're wiping your ass is the thing.
The book is going down before you wipe your ass, though.
Is that what it is?
I'm not saying you're wrong.
You sound experienced in this.
I'm just saying. Actually, I have a fun story.
Yeah.
I remember...
Hey, we're only at 30 minutes. You and I can just
We got
fucking...
fun stories to tell. Kelly's going to have a very surprising episode this week.
We can really extend this
what if this
segment
is
as
the
long as
longest
we...
episode we do? Just you and me.
Let's unpack our trauma, shall
God,
we?
oh my God. Oh boy, we don't want to do that on mic, do we? We've already had enough trauma.
This is
on mic.
Marin.
All right, we're talking about fucking Scott
Who are
Pilgrim's
your
Musical
guys?
again. We got to talk about this again.
Oh, Jesus.
Who are my guys? Sam Kinison, of course, introduced me to cocaine.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, so when I was younger, I don't remember why I would do this, but I used to read my Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in the bathroom. I wasn't like using. I think it was just because like
It's because your brothers would kick your ass if they caught you reading, you little nerd.
it could be that I don't think I shared a room with my brother at that point, but it was definitely to use the light in the bathroom to read with. But
Dude, listen. I'll say it right now. I'm a long shitter because, I'll sit there and just fucking scroll them. Sometimes I forget, I'm pooping. Like,
yeah, right. Oh, I'm doing something here, not just reading Reddit. Yeah, I dropped my... the reason I know I wasn't using the bathroom at the time, I dropped my Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in... I think I still have this copy of the book.
Yeah.
I dropped it in the toilet, and half of the book was
That's not what he meant by Sorcerer's Stone. Thunk.
Still have that copy to this day. It's weirdly warped for some reason. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And swirled. Whoosh.
God. No, it was clean water.
Well, yeah, I prepared a little quiz based on this book of useless information, which, it's just a big list. It's like kind of a precursor to BuzzFeed, if you think about it.
Sure. Ooh.
So I've got groups of 3 facts. In each of these groups of 3 facts, one of the facts is real. One of the facts is true. And 2 of the facts, I plumb made them up.
Now, if I guess the wrong... Can I make a suggestion? If I guess the wrong fact, I should get a negative point so that I can still lose the quiz. Kelly. Kelly gets a 0 for the quiz.
Yeah, Kelly is locked in at 0.
Yes.
And so we'll see if you can beat it. Yeah, fair enough.
I have to get
I like
one
this.
right. I have to get one right.
Yeah, this keeps it interesting. I love it.
God, okay.
Yeah, good shit. All right, well, you ready to start?
Yeah, I am. Mm-hmm.
Okay, here are the 3 facts. A, coffee is more addictive than crack. B, a cat has 32 muscles in its ear. Or C, no number between 1 and 999 contains the letter N in its written word form.
Okay, the third one's wrong.
Yeah, no number between 999.
I was thinking, is there a catch here? I think the real one is the coffee is more addictive than crack.
You think, okay, so it's between coffee is more addictive than crack, cocaine,
Yes.
or a cat has 32 muscles in its ear.
I don't think a cat
Is that your final answer?
Yes, I'm standing.
Well, Marty, your score stands at -1 point. Because that's the thing, alcohol, right? Coffee is more addictive than weed. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, that it should be because weed's barely addictive. But
Yeah, but no, crack is more addictive. All right, group 2. You're at
the
-1.
cat one just seems so normal. That's why I was just it's probably a cat's tongue has 32 muscles or something.
Yeah, no, because I will tell you that I did take real fun facts and just kind of change one thing about them to make up.
I had my suspicions that you were up to something over there.
A, dogs can't look up. B, Captain Crunch's full name is Horatio Magellan Crunch. Or C, Dr. Seuss invented the word frisbee.
I think it's C is the real thing.
Okay. What if I told you Dogs Can't Look Up is from Shaun of the Dead?
They can look up.
They can.
I know that
you have a dog.
Yes, he looks up at
He's
me all the
short.
time. He's a tiny dog.
Okay, so it's between Captain Crunch's full name is Horatio Magellan Crunch and Dr. Seuss invented the word Frisbee.
I like this doing this let's make a deal type thing where
Yeah.
you're eliminating an option and then do I switch or do I keep it? And the mathematical thing is you should always switch when you're given the option. So I'm going to switch and say the real is Captain Crunch's name is
Horatio Magellan Crunch. Marty, you're back to zero. You're tied with Kelly.
always take the switch, guys. That's how you win that game.
All right. Ooh, I got to switch pages for this one.
Oh, I'm excited.
Hold for page switch.
Tied with Kelly. I can beat him.
All right. A, most car horns are in the key of D. B, every time you lick a stamp, you consume 1 calorie. Or C, there are 239 different ways to make change for $1. This one's tough. I'll come out and say it. None of these are like obviously
Oh,
wrong.
it's 239 ways to make change for $1. I suppose. Huh? Because it would be like 100 pennies or 95 pennies and a nickel. Or
right.
90
Right.
pennies.
Yep.
I'm guessing that's not real. That
When you bring 50-cent pieces into the mix, holy shit.
It's 2 of them. 2 of them makes $1. I think it's the stamp one, but maybe it's more than 1 calorie is what I'm thinking now. What was the first one again?
And the first one was most car horns are in the key of D.
See, that seems like it can't be that one because that's too. I don't think you would do that to us, to me and former
And
Kelly,
Ghost Kelly.
Ghost Kelly,
FKA Kelly.
my favorite musician, FKA
Yeah.
Kelly.
We should start calling him Twigs because he's so lanky.
Formerly known as.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the stamp. Stamp is 1 calorie.
Well, I'm afraid you're back down to
Oh,
-1.
no.
It was like 0.1 calories. And car horns, they're in the key of F.
So I was right.
And
It's
there are, in
239.
fact, the true one was there are 293 different ways to make change for $1.
Huh.
If you count the Sacagawea dollar, that's one.
Silver dollar, that's $1.
All right, next grouping. Finland has the most metal bands per capita.
Ooh.
The country of Russia is bigger than the surface of Neptune. And peas, when dehydrated, can bounce. Which of those is
So-
true?
Finland one is not true because I think it's Norway, if I had to guess. And, fuck, how big is Neptune? That's the real question here. I'm going to say it's the peas.
Well, before you lock in your answer, we have your your phone a friend, and it looks like the country of Norway is calling. Would you care to answer?
I'll take the phone, sure.
Oh, hello.
my God. Wow, you sound like a lot of different countries at once right now.
Oh, whatever do you mean? We're here in Norway.
You sound like baby Karl Marx, maybe?
No, what?
That's a different podcast.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I have a question for you. Do you have the most metal bands per capita?
Well, we do have many metal bands, but those Finnish people are nuts for the metal.
Okay.
It's-
Okay, I'm hanging up. I'm gonna guess.
what
Go away. Finland. Finland is most metal bands.
Correct. Oh my God! What did they say? I didn't hear any of that because you were on that landline
Yeah,
phone.
and I muted my own voice. He wished me good luck on the quiz.
Okay.
It was like when the guy who first won the $1 million for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, he called his dad and said,
yeah.
"I'm about to win $1 million." It was like that. He said, "You're about to win this quiz."
Holy shit! Well, yeah, no, it is. Finland has the most metal bands per capita. The country of Russian is not as big as Neptune.
Yeah.
And peas. That one I did just make up purely.
That's a good-
Purely from my own mind's eye.
Legit. Congratulations. That's a fantastic fake fact.
Thank you. If there's any one thing I'm the most proud of,
It's coming up with fake stuff.
is lying. Hey, A, Hawaiian pizza was invented by a Swedish man. A glob of toothpaste is called a gloopy. And C, a dentist invented the electric chair.
It's C. I do know that one.
You do know that one? You do know that one.
Yay!
Marty, you're at 1 point. Holy shit, you're beating Kelly.
Suck it, Kelly.
Hey, he's not here to defend himself.
Nope.
So, really pile on.
You're a nice friend who's always easy to hang out with.
All right, next group. Snails can sleep up to 3 years. Squids have 5 hearts. The average person spends 4 months of their life sitting at red lights.
A couple of these are like, they're either the thing or they're close to
Would
the
you like to
thing.
phone a friend on this one?
Can I call a squid?
Sure, you can. Hey, what's going on, Marty?
Oh my god, Audrey too? You're calling me?
No.
Hey, squid friend. How many hearts?
My eye is as big as a basketball, for I'm a giant quiz. That is a fun fact on the house.
Oh my god, that one's true. How many hearts do you think you have?
Last time I counted, it was not 5.
No,
I'll tell you that.
wow, man.
I'll tell you that.
I love having these options. Okay, well, thanks for calling. It's amazing that you called me. Like, I can't believe I didn't have to
Yeah,
call
I'm
you.
on a quiz show, right? I wanted to ask you.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to ask you, how old was Marie Antoinette when she was executed?
Oh, she was like 21, dude.
I have $47,000 on the line. Are you sure?
God. Do you have some options for me to choose from?
Yeah, 21 or 22.
22?
Okay.
Go 22.
Was it 22? No, sir, it was 21. You son of a bitch.
I said 21 first,
You
and then you
lost-
talked me out of it, you squid.
lost me all that money. I'm coming to land to
Oh my
kick your
God.
ass.
Oh, no. Well, don't show up in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Show up after that.
Fair enough. I'm hanging
Oh,
up
hang
now.
on. Yeah, hang up.
Okay, so it sounds like it's not the squid one. So
Okay.
is it snails can sleep up to 3 years, or the average person spends 4 months of their life sitting at red lights?
4 months of their life at red lights.
I'm afraid you're back down to 0. You're tied with Kelly. Snails can sleep up to 3 years, and get this, the average person spends 6 months of their
I
life
knew it
sitting
was
at
some-
red lights.
I said I knew, because squids probably have multiple hearts, I would guess. So I knew that they were all like, you trickster.
Actually, I can't remember if that one was. No, I feel like if it's a numbers one, I must have pulled that.
I think it's something like that.
Folks, Google it. A. Cashews are used to make dynamite. B. Beavers can live up to 90 years. Or C. The little sub-pocket on your jeans has a purpose. It's meant to protect from wear and tear as you take things out and put things in the main pocket. So I'm talking on jeans. Yeah, you know, the little like sub-pocket in your side pocket.
I think. So I'm pretty sure that it does have a purpose. I can't remember what it is. It's like how, like soda cans, like how tabs on soda cans, that hole is so you can put a straw through it, right? I think it's something like that. I can't remember what it is. I think it's something old timey. So I don't think it's that. I don't want to look at you because I don't want your eyes to give it away.
Am I really that expressive?
What were the other two again? Oh no, he's scared. He was scared about me asking.
Cashews are used to make dynamite, and beavers can live up to 90
They
years.
all sound fake. I'm gonna go with beavers can live up to 90 years. Do I have a
Are
phone?
you sure about that?
Friend? Do
Are
you have
you
a
sure
phone
about-
friend from a beaver?
It's me. Hello.
Oh, can
I'm
you,
the oldest living beaver.
How old are you?
I'm like 15.
Okay, all right. Well, you better get back to the old folks home, buddy.
I'm seconds away from dying, and I don't want to spend it on this shit.
If you see a squid, just like build a dam over him. Just build a dam over him.
I did see a squid, and he looked pissed.
Oh fuck me.
Well,
okay.
gotta go.
Fuck. Okay, I'm going with the cashews are used to make dynamite.
I'm afraid peanuts are used to make dynamite. And the jeans thing, see, I felt like that one would be a giveaway because I go into so much detail.
I know, but that's why I thought it was fake because you went into so much detail.
No, it's just to prevent, like, it's just like an extra layer of cloth over that part of the
No,
jean.
when you said it, I'm like, oh, that does actually make sense as a thing to do. So I don't know why I didn't just tell you it was true. Am I at -2 now?
I think you're at -1.
Okay,
We'll say you're at
okay,
-1.
Okay.
All right,
can still-
which means yeah, and that you have 2 left, so you have to get both of these right. You can tie, you can lose, or you can win. It's all down to these last 2 questions.
Oh, come on, Marty, you got this.
All right, here we go. Germans eat 3 times as much chocolate as Americans. Dolphins give each other names. Humans and bananas share about 40% of the same DNA.
I think it's the dolphin one.
I can't believe it. You fucking got it right.
Yeah.
Isn't that a weird one? Isn't that a weird? Because, you
I've
know,
heard
it's
that
like
fact
this
before.
dolphin's name is
Yeah,
and this dolphin's
yeah.
name is Oi, oi, oi.
I mean, they're the second most intelligent creature in the animal kingdom.
It's true. Yeah, I think Germans, I forget if they eat more or less, but I do know that humans and bananas share more than 40% of the same DNA. It's kind of fucked up if you think about it.
These are all such a good one because, like, I've heard most of these facts before, and I'm like, what are the details of these facts? I can't remember. Is it 60%? I don't remember.
All right, so you're tied with Kelly. You're either going to end in a tie, 0-0.
I'm mean mugging him. He's not here.
0-0.
I'm mean mugging him.
0-0. Hold on, did you hear like a crashing in the parking lot just now? A crashing and
It's
a
Kelly?
banging?
Kelly must have come back.
And a slopping and a flopping?
Sometimes Kelly does that. He gets
Okay.
he gets really tired, so his tongue hangs out really long.
I see. Okay.
Uh-huh.
He gets really tired, so his tongue hangs out really long. I won't follow up.
I guess the language is a little bad on that. I said really twice.
Yeah, that's the weird part. Okay. More people are killed by donkeys each year than plane crashes. Over 3 billion emails are sent every second. Taco Bell was named after its founder, Danny Xylophone.
Okay, well, I know the third one's not real because his name was like Bell. It
was something Bell,
something
yeah.
Bell.
Not Alexander Graham, different guy.
This is a 50-50 to win this quiz
So, yeah.
or lose this quiz.
More people are killed each year by donkeys than plane crashes, or over 3.8 billion emails are sent every second. Now, I feel like you can reason this one out.
I can reason this one out. So, okay. There's a lot of...
I almost want to do the math for you, but I'm not going to do it.
The 3.8 billion emails. Do the math for me. Killed by donkeys. How would the math help me here? The math is very clear. There's more than X amount of emails sent. It doesn't really give anything away.
Not between the two facts.
No. I'm thinking. I'm splitting up the facts and being which one are you talking about is what I'm trying to think of. It's got to be the email one then. That's real. It's got his eyes went really big.
Okay, then I'll tell you this. Let's think about it this way.
Okay.
There's a little less than 8 billion people on Earth.
Oh, fuck me. I'm really stupid.
I said
I'm really
3.8 billion. So let's put it as a true or false question. Are 1/3 of people sending an email every second?
Hold on, though. In my defense, does an email count like newsletters getting sent out? Because then that would be a lot of things. Because every company is sending newsletters
I guess
all the
we're
time.
not thinking
It's not
right.
just
Automated
people.
emails. Yeah, that's
automated
true.
emails would be a lot of things.
That's true.
Okay, so it's the other one.
Oh my God! Yes, more people are killed by donkeys each year than plane crashes, and you win. You win. You
God.
win.
I only got like one of those questions right. Like,
Hey.
yes.
Don't celebrate so soon, you son of a bitch.
Oh my God, you guys! It's a big fucking squid.
You made me lose that 47 thou.
Oh my God, I'm getting kind of horny actually thinking. I don't know.
Why? Hey. Whoa. What the fuck? You would just say that to somebody in front of you?
No, I was. You could hear me? Oh my God.
We're in the same room,
Oh my
you
God.
bastard.
Me talking to the mic is audible to you? I thought this was like a closed-in
Yeah,
space.
I can hear you too.
Oh, Scott, you're still here? Hey, Scott, I gotta tell you better get out of here quick because
No, I see the giant squid, and
something's
he's
about to go down.
mean mugging you. His eye is the size of a basketball.
How much money did you say you lose? 47,000.
47 thou.
Okay, if you do the math on that,
Did you tie with Kelly?
no, I actually won the quiz.
Oh my God. Well, at least I could help in that endeavor.
You
And
did-
that,
you did.
to me, was worth it. Gotta go.
Shake hands. Ooh, so slimy.
Hey,
Yeah,
should we shut this thing down?
yeah. I think we did this week. We're doing the. Did you stop? I thought
No,
you
oh, no, I'm checking the time. I'm checking.
Should we shut this thing down? Click. Oh my God, we have to pick a movie that we're gonna do next week. There's no Kelly here.
Oh, yeah. I always wanted him to say Yumi and Dupree, and I kept telling him, and then finally I bit the bullet and said it one day.
Well,
So I
have
can't
to
do that.
We can't. We're not doing. Well, next week we're actually having another guest on. I think,
Yeah.
and we have no idea what movie we're doing.
Oh, yeah, or
For, like,
who
the
the
first-
guest even is.
We do know who the guest.
Could
is.
it be me?
Oh no, Squid! You get out. Get the fuck out of here, Squid. We ran this bit into the ground already when I said it was
What
horny.
bit? I'm a... Finally, you admit. Now I can shut the episode down. All right. Hey, next week we're doing some random non sequitur rom com. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, we're gonna do. It's complicated. There you go.
Nice.
A nice
there you
Nancy
go.
Meyers flick.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin, Meryl
Yeah.
Streep. They're having
Steve
fun.
Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a movie.
Well, look forward to that.
We really appreciate you listening.
Bye-bye.